This episode was brought to you in part by LOOTCRATE and Loot Gaming. You can go to lootcrate.com/MrAeroHD right now and use the code AERO, that's AERO, at checkout and save 10% off your entire subscription. Link in the description below. What is going on, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here. We're back with another episode. I've dialed in. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had a really good weekend, and I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Now, this car is, if you don't know, one of my main cars in Forza 6. I just ate dinner. Oh my god, I'm burpy. Ew, gross. But now I like this car, this MONARO, the Holden MONARO, because this it pulls gangster angle. It's pretty quick for what it is. It's very stable, and it's just fun to drive. It's not too easy, and there's definitely a lot of challenge there, because to get these kinds of entries and angles, you have to tune a lot of grip into the car, and for that reason, you kind of have to muscle it around, no pun intended, because it is a muscle car. So, how is it in Forza Horizon 3? Pretty much the same. You need a little bit of tweaking on this setup, mostly because it's running rally springs, and I don't really know how to tune with the rally springs. Well, I do, but like not this specific car. I tried to mimic what I knew worked on my setup on Forza 6, but kind of like do the changes that I know are game specific for Forza Horizon. And yeah, it feels vaguely similar. It does pull a lot of angle, but at the expense of speed. Well, no. At the expense of it being able to lose grip very easily. It's definitely a car that you have to work to get sideways and keep sideways, but if you know what you're doing, the reward is profound. Like I said, just the angle that this car can pull is, for a non-Horizon Edition car, very, very good. And it's, I don't know, it's just really, really smooth, and I really, really like driving it, and it looks cool, and it's probably got one of the best sounding V8s in the game. In my opinion, not counting like the Mercedes V8, that thing is on a whole nother level, but it just sounds really good. I have a twin turbo as well, just because the twin turbos were lighter than the supercharger, which I thought was weird, but you know, I'm not going to question the game. But yeah, and the only really complaint I have is it feels like it has no horsepower, even though it really just does have the horsepower. I know it does. It just feels kind of gutless sometimes, even though it's not gutless. It's just because there's so much grip tuned into the car. It doesn't feel like, you know, you can just kick the clutch and it'll, the rear wheels will spin up. It's actually got a very, very high grip setup. And if you've never driven a car with a lot of grip in it as a drift car, it's going to be new to you, because you're really going to be uncomfortable. But if you're not new to my setups, then you really should know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, overall, I like it. I don't know if it's going to be like a main car material, but it's definitely top five, just because of the fun factor. It's a lot more fun on smaller courses like Byron Bay and basically all the sections that I normally run. It's just, I get bored of showing you guys the same like 5 sections over and over and over and over again. It excels there, but I did the sprint just to show you how it would work on like normal roads, because I feel like people are going to be a little disappointed if I take it to the parking lot or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, great car, best car, and they're like, sweet, and then they go to another section or something that's a little bit more high speed, and it's crappy, and they're like, oh. So for the engine, I have everything race except for turbo, which is sport, and the intercooler, which is street. That's why you guys aren't seeing anything else. I went to oil and cooling by accident. That's why you guys aren't seeing anything else. I just didn't feel like wasting your time. I'm going through everything going, hey, everything's race. You can probably just take my word for it. And with the tuning setup here, again, we're a little bit lower PSI in the rear for tire pressure, just because, again, I wanted to set it up like how I felt my car was in Forza 6. And a little bit softer anti-roll bars. The ride height looks really weird just because the car is naturally raised up in the front. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. There's only going to be one video today. I really do apologize about that. But if you have any suggestions for cars, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Take care. Peace. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like, and if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. Also, consider becoming a patron at my Patreon page, patreon.com/MrAeroHD. Want to follow me on social media, or want to hear the song that you heard in the video? Please check the description.